So the more I'm reading about Kamala Harris's campaign and what they wasted $1 billion on, and it ended up 20 million in the hole, which is so gross. If you think about where that money could have went to, actually $1 billion could have completely changed Detroit or Philadelphia or one of the many counties and states you lost in a sweeping landslide for Trump. That money that you flushed down the toilet in some 2004 campaign that wasn't going to win shit is unbelievable, and you ended up in debt. Now I'm reading that this woman is so inauthentic that she had the Call Her Daddy podcast and Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast rebuild their sets in Washington or wherever she was to do the podcast. So they spent over six figures. I'm sorry, not three figures. What am I retarded? 6 figures rebuilding their set because she just couldn't bother to fly to go do the actual podcast and had all these prerequisites like don't bring up Gaza. I mean, what a shitty campaign. Could you imagine being a donor and realizing I spent my donation money on you having the Call Her Daddy podcast rebuild their set so you could sit down for an hour? I'm sorry, what? And then they spent millions on these celebrity concerts. And it got them absolutely nothing. I mean, who was in charge of this? Jen O'Malley, Dylan, or whatever her name is. And now we got the surrogate for the Kamala campaign in the comms department on CNN today saying Joe Biden should step down and let her be president. She deserves it. What? She just blew through $1 billion in 3 months. $1.6 billion, 20 million in the hole. And you think she should be president? I want that lady nowhere near anything in power. If that's how you spend that money in 107 days or 104 days, whatever it was. She did no press for the first, like, what was it, 40 days or something? She didn't do anything. They announced that she was going to be running, and it took her 40 days to come up with a strategy, and it was so bubble wrapped. And instead of spending the money on abortion wagons in front of the DNC, you could have fed some homeless people. I'm just saying, having big uterus, like, Plan B statues and shit erected in front of the DNC or whatever, you could have actually helped people. But instead, it just helped you lose. I wouldn't have that woman near a fucking thing that had to do with finances. If that's what they think about, all that money, $1.6 billion, and then tack on another 20 million, and it's all gone. They're in the hole. If that's how you run your campaign, and you got only 104, 107, I forgot the total days that she was campaigning, and she just sat on her ass for the first 41 days doing absolutely nothing to generate any press, and then just blew through all that money in 2.5 months, 3 months, whatever, I would keep her as far away from running anything. I wouldn't even let her run a fucking lunch counter. That's insane. That's insane. Imagine telling your donors, yeah, sorry, that donation went to rebuilding somebody's podcasting set because she's uncomfortable. Holy shit. Wow, thank God we dodged a big bullet, America. And I'm wearing my fiance's Dallas robe. I'm a Bills fan, so ignore this. But I just like the way his robe feels. I'm not supporting Dallas at all, by the way. Fuck them.